It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Baltimore. It's the Texans and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Nugent. Went into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They overload that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss at 7.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
The field goal unit, they're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Richardson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on second and long. Richardson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And this one is right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. stride. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Nolan Smith. And they will drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And Richardson back to throw it. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Richardson. He's got the hook up here to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. They go play action with Richardson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too. Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful. Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Houston set to take over. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nugent. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Nugent. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Off play action. Nugent. And that is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 17-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Play action. Now Richardson. He completes it to Nelson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed
defense can get down the field. It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
After right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. You got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, first round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. And if you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect come game day.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens offense back out there. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And Nelson's got it here right side. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. 2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's into space past the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens first down. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nugent. He gets it underneath to Hall. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the gun on 3rd down. Nugent. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Richardson looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. A try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. 3rd and 8. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So the fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home the Lamar Hunt Trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
On second down now, Crisp. He's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up having over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle they go. Crisp. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Richardson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. Hauling it in, Nelson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Nugent, a check down, completes a haul. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off the play fake. Nugent. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kalijah Cansey in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nugent. That is caught. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second down and 3. Looking to throw. Nugent. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Breece Hall, 29 yards. And the Texans are able to claw one back. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Panther Street.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Oh, that's just not. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Richardson off the play fake. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nugent. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's brought down. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Breece Hall with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Texans take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. After the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd down and 8. Off play action. Richardson. Caught by Nelson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. A good pick up there, 20 yards. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. This is caught. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action with Richardson. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out comes Houston. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Throwing on first down. Nugent, who dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. Down to the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, Parker, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT in return for 6.
Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception, Nugent. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
On first down, Nugent. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Houston.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw on second down, Nugent. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now third down and 6 to go.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Play action. Now Richardson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Looking now, and that's complete. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 10 more there and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Richardson to throw off play action. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Crisp. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 90 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now Richardson. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here comes the Texans now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Davis now. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nugent. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They'll look down the field here for Kincaid.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.